Hey everybody, welcome to the AI Guide where we focus on the human impact of AI, and we have a very interesting twist on that statement today. Body awareness. Scientists give robots a basic sense of their proprioception, and I'll explain what that is in a minute. Many experts believe more general forms of AI will be impossible without giving AI a body in the real world. A new approach that allows robots to learn how their body is configured could accelerate this process. The ability to intuitively sense the layout and positioning of our bodies, something known as proprioception, is a powerful capability. Even more impressive is our capacity to update our internal model of how all these parts are working and how they work together, depending on both internal factors like injury or external ones like a heavy load. Replicating these capabilities in robots will be crucial if they're to operate safely and effectively in real-world situations. Many AI experts also believe that for AI to achieve its full potential, it needs to be physically embodied rather than simply interacting with the real world through abstract mediums like language. Giving machines a way to learn how their body works is likely a crucial ingredient. Now a team from the Technical University of Munich has developed a new kind of machine learning approach that allows a wide variety of different robots to infer the layout of their bodies using nothing more than feedback from sensors that track the movement of their limbs. The embodiment of a robot determines its perceptual and behavioral capabilities. All robots require an internal model of their bodies to operate effectively, but typically this is either hard-coded or learned using external measuring devices or cameras that monitor their movements. In contrast, the new approach attempts to learn the layout of a robot's body using only data from inertial measurement units, sensors that detect movement placed on different parts of the robot. The researchers applied their approach to a variety of robots, both in simulations and real-world experiments, including a robotic arm, a small humanoid robot, and a six-legged robot. They showed that all the robots could develop an understanding of their location of their joints and which way those joints were facing. More importantly, the approach does not require a massive data set like the deep learning methods underpinning most modern AI, and can be carried out instead in real time. That opens up the prospect of robots that can adapt to damage or the addition of new body parts or modules on the fly. Incremental learning of the morphology would allow robots to adapt their parameters to reflect the changes in the body structure that could result from self-inflicted or externally inflicted actions. Giving robots this proprioception-like ability could make them more flexible, adaptable, and safe. Yes, but am I the only one sitting here right now thinking about the Terminator? I swear. Every week there is an article about inventing something new that can have truly disastrous side effects. And this is a great one. The immediate thing I think about is, let's introduce these robots that are self-healing and self-correcting into warfare. What happens then? That means that you can conduct wars without loss of human life. What happens then? More and more wars, because the perception is there's no downside to them. Well, there's clearly good things that could come out of a development like this. There are seriously bad things, and shouldn't those be weighed? Shouldn't it be evaluated before this is released into the world and then you have to try to fix it, like the very last video we did? Shouldn't this be figured out ahead of time before this kind of technology is developed and released? If only it were so. There's one word to address this: regulation, regulation, regulation. So the human impact of this is huge, both for potentially good things and for potentially bad things. But the final thing that became clear to me from this article is, do you remember that movie of like 10 years ago with the robot that went crazy and killed somebody? And the cop was trying to figure out which robot did it, right? But that's not what I'm specifically talking about. What I'm specifically talking about is in that movie, they show numerous street scenes filled with robots walking around doing everyone's chores. That, with this development, that is a big step nearer to happening. And I'm now convinced that this will happen. That what seemed wholly improbable or way in the future when that movie was made 8 to 10 years ago is now a few years away. 2030, maybe, we'll be seeing robots walking around in public. Not an unreasonable timeline. So thanks so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. I need your support. Also, please support us on Patreon. Your donations will allow me to go to other conferences like TED AI, where I brought you live cutting edge news. So thanks so much. Take care. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.